Hi, everyone. Thank you so much to the University-Rosedale NDP Riding Association for the invitation to join you this evening. I wish I could be there in person, but I'm grateful for the chance to send my greetings and to speak with you, a dedicated group of progressives building momentum in one of the most politically active ridings in the country. I'm Tanille Johnston. I'm a social worker, a city councillor, and a proud Liquitho mom of two from the Weewakay First Nation on Vancouver Island. My life and my work have been rooted in the fight for social justice, and now I'm here to inspire renaissance for the working class. Across the country, and including right there in Toronto, people are struggling to keep up with the cost of living. Rent has become nearly impossible to afford, groceries and transit eat away at every paycheck, and too many students and recent grads are faced with a future that feels crushing. And it's not because people aren't working hard. It's because Canada's economy has been rigged to serve capitalist power, corporate landlords, and the ultra wealthy, and it's working very well. Profiting off the backs of persons on fixed income, students, working people, everyone but the 1%. And instead of protecting people, Doug Ford's Conservatives are making things way worse. His government's Bill 60 is a full-on attack on tenants, speeding up evictions, making it harder for renters to defend themselves at the landlord and tenant board. Not to mention further fueling our homelessness and housing affordability crisis. You folks have a strong NDP MPP in Jessica Bell, who's leading the fight against Ford's cuts to healthcare and his stripping away of tenants' rights. We need more champions like Jessica, and I think we all can agree on that for sure. We also need bold structural change now. That's why I'm running, to lead an NDP that's fearless in demanding economic justice, housing justice, climate justice. We must take on corporate greed, tax the wealthiest so that everyone can thrive, and build housing that people can actually live in. Not just housing that's sitting there enabling corporate landlords better investments. In ridings like yours, with a huge renters population, a large student community, and many people working in low-wage, gig, or precarious jobs, the impact of Bill 60 could mean extreme displacement. Displacement of international students that are getting exploited, artists, newcomers, seniors. These people aren't going to be able to afford to still live in their own communities. We need to be the party that fights for the working class, for public housing, guaranteed dental, vision, pharmacare, for everybody, and a living wage that people can actually build a life with. We also need to speak directly to young people, the ones organizing the climate strikes, showing up for reconciliation, and those feeling hopeless about politics. We need to invite them in with free memberships to our party. Take off that paywall. Unless we grow our base of support, we're not going to win government. We have to expand. We have to have a further reach. Toronto and all of Southern Ontario have always been engines of progressive organizing, from tenant unions to climate campaigns to the labor movement that built our party. Our next step must be to rebuild that energy nationally, to make people believe that change through politics is totally possible and that our party can deliver it. So to everyone gathered tonight, thank you so much. You're doing the hard work, the local work that keeps our movement alive. I hope we'll have a chance to meet face to face soon, but until then, know this, our campaign is about building an NDP that wins because we want to make lives better for everyday people across the country. Right from University-Rosedale all the way over to me on Vancouver Island and everywhere in between. This leadership race needs to be about change. And together we can take this party into a new direction towards victory. Together we can build an NDP that's bold, progressive, and impossible to ignore. And I would love to do that work with you. Gaila Kisla, merci, thank you, and have a great evening.